back and functional, ignoring some technical difficulties along the way. So, shall apologise to viewers for there not being a session last week. There was a family trip, and I was not running an entire session through Premiere in Wi-Fi, because no. For additional context, one of our players has a sore throat, so you'll recognise immediately who it is, because they're going to sound a bit off.
Yo.
Thank you, Marcel. Anyway, so we return to where we left off on the 10th of December, 67 AR, where Marcel, you had just snuck up and eavesdropped on a conversation between Xavier and Lord Malatos, who had manifested before you previously to offer you a deal that you completely declined. And unfortunately,
I didn't completely decline it.
No, it was completely declined overall.
It was completely declined on my behalf by Scoria.
Okay, well, pedanticisms aside, Monsieur, you had just crept up on Xavier making a deal with the man, but you are not aware of what the deal is about, or what the terms of it are, because you were rolling absolutely atrociously during that session. So you have basically no context as to what is going on outside of a deal has been struck.
They could have just traded Yu-Gi-Oh cards for all I know.
Basically, yeah. But you are left out there in the cold, currently sneaking around, wearing your ring, so you are currently invisible.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see Xavier is sitting there, looking off into the distance. He has no idea that you are there.
Well, while I have him alone.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he'll sneak back inside his tent.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to confront him about this now or later.
Do you want to roll an insight check for me to see whether or not you may have the opportunity to?
3 on the dice.
Which is what total?
Probably not a lot. 6.
That's a success. It's quite obvious that if you don't address it now, it is going to be like trying to get blood out of a stone.
Alright. So he'll take his ring off.
Mm-hmm.
And walk towards Xavier. Knocking on a tree, going, knock knock.
And the small tree near the tent that you have camped up by, bearing in mind that you are out in the Arctic plains, Arctic quote-unquote because it's snowed a lot, plains, he visibly flinches upon seeing you. Oh, hello, little mouse.
Hello. So that was the man I told you about? Although I'm pretty sure you already know that.
Man?
Don't play dumb with me.
Right. What do you want?
I want to know what deal you just made.
He lets out a heavy sigh through his nostrils, which makes the air in front of him cloud up, and unfurls a small piece of paper, almost like an A5 sized scroll, tiny little thing that he shows you. He has contracted himself into an agreement with this man.
Mm-hmm.
That he is to gather information on a particular individual that is of interest, and you can see Lord Malatos written in very fancy cursive on this contract. And in return,
Who's the individual?
it states on the contract that the individual in question is written upon the contractee's mind, so they know exactly who it is, but they are contracted to say nothing on the matter.
Okay.
So his tongue is sealed; he can't say anything. But as you're reading through, you realize that he has essentially traded this. He's trading this information for the protection of a particular set of individuals.
A particular set of individuals. And they would be...
It doesn't seem to specify outside of those that the contractee has specified. It's all kind of like written in like pseudo legal speech, and it's kind of hard to pick out some of the more specific parts because it's written in Infernal.
So you are to give the whereabouts of mystery person in exchange for the protection of mystery people. And who are the mystery people?
Well, yourself and your companions. Roll an insight check. What did you roll?
I rolled last time. 5.
Total.
Yeah.
Okay. You succeed. It's very obvious the first person that he stated was you. And he is...
What does he look like right now?
Hmm?
What does he look like right now? I'm picturing being bright fucking red.
He looks very flustered, uncharacteristically so, as though the same sort of look you would expect somebody to have on their face when they're caught red-handed doing something they know they shouldn't be doing. But he is very clearly bluffing.
Why didn't you at least consult us first?
It is not...
Why did you do this behind our backs? And you were not going to tell me, because you tried to blow me off. When I asked what you were doing, it wasn't until I revealed that I already knew everything that had happened that you told me.
Simply put, little mouse,
Mm-hmm.
if you must drag this out as much as you clearly are intending to, my plan, I am going on a one-man war against this Order of the Crystal. I know they're not going to stop until you and your companions have been dealt with. And so my deal was to guarantee your safety in return for this information.
A one-man war.
Duh.
Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Why would I not be?
Marcel puts his, 2 fingers to his forehead. You know, like a teacher that's annoyed by their students.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing that right now. And how do you expect to win this war?
He stays uncomfortably silent.
Because you've
As you
signed
ask
up for it now, haven't you?
He stays uncomfortably silent as you ask him that, and it immediately becomes very obvious that he does not intend to succeed, or if he does intend to succeed, he's fully aware that he will not come out of the other side of that fight. It is one man against a enormous religious organization that is known for being vicious and cruel in its operations.
How strong is this, what was his name? This Duke, the Archbishop?
I have no idea.
No idea. You think you could take him?
Perhaps. At least die trying.
Huh. It did not stop to how it would make us feel? How it would make me feel?
Why does it
Knowing
matter?
that you just throw your life away like that? Especially when you just got it back?
He takes a deep breath in and looks at you with a very genuine expression. There's a lot of emotions at play there. Simply put, I have taken it all into consideration. And I don't think for any of you, at any point, have you considered that your matron is going to want you as far away from me as possible. Hell, she might even try to kill me. It would be quite ironic.
I highly doubt that.
Do you want to put money down on that?
I think so, yes.
I am the reason that your entire home was destroyed. She is not going to let that go.
But you're not the reason, you're more victim of circumstance.
It matters not. I am still part of the problem. And therefore, any reasonable person would look at me and immediately eliminate me on the spot.
So what? When do you leave? Or were you planning on just disappearing into the night?
He rolls his eyes at you. I was planning on taking my leave as of the point where we arrive at Linfar. Since your information will be gathered and you will be able to find the people that you've lost. I see no reason why I would serve further purpose there.
You serve purpose because we want you there. You are our friend.
And
You're my friend.
It's at this point that you hear this metallic ping noise, and a silver coin glowing with a radiant light lands in the snow between the two of you.
What the fuck is that?
Roll an Arcana check with advantage.
With double, triple, quadruple advantage just in case.
No. Just advantage.
I may be dying. That is a 21. Wait. That is a 21.
You succeed. There is a magical aura coming off this coin that is celestial in nature.
Is this yours?
No. No, it's mine. Fucking idiot. As out of the cart lumbers a wide-awake, sleep-deprived Mason. You can see bags starting to form under his eyes. He has not slept a wink since you guys have got here, because he's been on watch the whole time.
Hello.
Ain't you fucking lucky? As he grabs Xavier by the horn and shoves his head into the snow.
Okay.
You're fucking lucky that I just so happen to have that from me, Ma.
What is it?
He looks over at you, keeping Xavier's head buried in the snow by his antlers. That is one of the blessed coins that Ma kept hold of. She used to go around the adventures, and during her adventures, and he jams Xavier's head further into the snow by his antlers. And you can see Mason's grip through his arm. You can see the veins in his right arm. Simply put, that coin is blessed by one of the angels that she met on her adventures. And he lets go of Xavier's antler. It just so happens that having anything angelic in a space where a demon or a devil's deal is being made makes it null and void.
Oh, thank God. So we're fine.
Fortunately enough. What kind of monster are you, anyway? And Xavier pulls himself out of the snow. What? You are going to lecture me? Yeah, I am. Oh, I'm going to make sure that we can protect him. You literally just invited a demon into this place. The fuck is wrong with you? Alright, because you would know everything, wouldn't you? And you watch as the two of them look like they're about to throw hands with one another.
No, they fucking ain't.
How are
As
you?
Marcel produces a flame from his hand. You two are going to play nice. Or I'm going to play nasty. I'm not in the mood for this shit right now.
Mason backs down and folds his arms across his chest. Xavier looks like he's debating the idea of taking you up on that. So what? You think you'll threaten me?
But you're going to fight me now after you just tried to sign my life away.
No. I signed my life away so that it has purpose, so it has use. You cannot tell me that I'm not going to just get left behind.
No, you were going to throw away the life that we gave you back so that you could be cannon fodder in a stupid war. But you can never win.
And you notice that the dear man is trembling.
It's okay. Nothing bad has happened. Everyone is fine. And as he's saying this, he gets rid of the flame. And sort of drops to his knees.
And that's when you watch Mason take 2 steps forward, swing a vicious right hook and knock the dear man unconscious.
Oh, for God's sake.
It drops into the snow.
What did I just say?
And he picks him up and pops him in the back of the car. Look, I ain't dealing with that. Simply put. Was gentle, don't worry.
Is there any blood on his hand?
He shows you his fist. He's wearing what appears to be some sort of leather glove. And on the inside, he takes it off and shows you the inside of it, and there is a heavy foam padding. So there was enough force to knock Xavier out, but not enough force to do any damage, aside from maybe some slight bruising. I mean, when I said they'd come in handy, but it's like this man is trying to get himself killed.
He does not realize the value his life has yet, because he's been brought up to think it has none.
Yeah.
Therefore, he will trade it away for nothing.
Well, just as well I was sitting up in bed, thinking to myself.
Yes, thank you.
It's alright.
You did well.
Hmm?
You did well.
There's a meek little smile that comes on his face when you say that. Say,
Marcel's gonna give him a hug.
he hugs you back, picks you up, and gets into the back of the car, and like carrying you in with him, and sits you down on his bed, with Xavier lying unconscious alongside it. And you notice that he has been positioned in a manner where his antlers are not going to catch on anything, and he looks relatively comfortable,
He looks so peaceful.
despite having just
He's
been
even
knocked out.
snoring, although I'm not sure if that's because he's asleep or
Or if he's just dead.
he's been Johnny Knoxville.
No.
I don't know if anyone will get that reference.
Mason sits in the car next
No,
to you.
sorry.
So, You're catching a cold, ain't you?
I am catching cold.
And
You make me sound very menacing, or give me a real deep growl to my voice. More threatening. Which means I have to talk down here. Because if I talk like I normally do, it doesn't sound right at all, does it?
And that makes him chuckle a little bit. Well, he scratched the back of his head. I apologize if I've been making you uncomfortable with any of my advances. I've
No, it is alright.
Things have been a little confusing for me.
For me also. For me also. I'm just trying to figure myself out.
Because I like you. I kind of like this asshole. And he points at Xavier, who's still out cold. But, I realize that the way I've approached this ain't exactly been very appropriate. You seem to care for him a lot, so maybe you're not as interested in me as you are in him, but I could at least help you keep him alive long enough for you to appreciate him. As fucked up as that sounds.
Thank you.
It's alright.
And I like you too.
A soft pink blush forms on his face as he smiles at you. Come on, stop teasing.
I'm not. He needed my help, so I've spent most of my time with him.
Well,
I've not figured out what I want yet.
let me take the difficulty off your shoulders for tonight. You go get in bed, and I'll keep watch.
If he comes around again, clock him once again.
Well, punching him in the face wasn't exactly the first choice, but I kind of noticed that he was tensing up a bit. Looked like he was ready to jump for one of us.
Yeah, he is well conditioned.
He's lost a lot, and I'm starting to realize, with me starting to miss home a little bit, that he ain't exactly the most sound mind.
Yes, but we just have to make him realize what he's gained.
The only way we're going to realize that is by him going and seeing that friend of his that's in that guild that we're going to visit soon. I reckon that guy will talk some fucking sense into him.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Thanks again, big guy.
Hey. It's alright. Honestly, I appreciate you helping me get out of the home. It's a little awkward. He ruffles your hair.
I don't know if I said, but she totally didn't believe us, by the way.
I kind of realized that the moment you sent, when I was getting the cart ready, there was a courier who turned up with a letter, and yeah, she knew, but she told me in the letter that she was glad that I finally found a way to get out there. Right. Now, I'll deal with this troublemaker. You go get in bed. You look absolutely tired.
Yeah, could be better. Maybe it's the stress.
Ain't that half of it. Come on, scamper.
Okay, bye-bye.
And so you hop out the back of the cart. Are you going to pick up the coin that's still in the snow?
Yes. Because he's not picked it up. Question is, am I going to tell the rest of them? Probably not.
And so you go back into the tent and get in bed. And you'll awaken the next morning feeling a little bit more on edge because of the rather awkward situation with Lord Malatos appearing in your tent. Just out of nowhere. And so you'll start getting up. Mason makes breakfast for you all. And you get out on the road again.
So we were all sharing a tent and the guy came in?
Yes, so Oh right, yes. I forget that yourself and
And the zip.
Sorry.
yourself
Yeah,
and
I think
Mocha
I
He
were
missed
there
the
for
session
this.
before.
session.
So
He
you
went
two were
poop
asleep.
hello.
Yeah, the two of you were asleep during that, but he basically appeared inside the tent.
Oh my
Oh.
god. That's
That's
in a
weird.
tent full of has a girl in it. That's not very PG friendly.
In a tent full of unconsenting adults? Hmm.
I know, right? Like
mean,
that's
I hope the
not
demons give a
cool, man. I think we should cancel Lord Malatar.
Yeah, we're gonna cancel this demon lord.
Get
Cancel.
get the Twitter thread.
Well, I don't think Twitter would cancel them in its current state.
Don't
career
bring that
is
shit in.
What a
Don't-
strange teleportation
I'm putting
spot.
it on Reddit. I'm putting it on Twitter. I'm even putting it on fucking Facebook, Tumblr,
Blue sky.
The Facebook mums are coming
Instagram.
right now.
It's all going downhill for Lord Mantas. Hashtag Lord Mantas is over party. Let's go.
Okay.
Even his LinkedIn, it's getting
No.
bombed.
Yeah, fuck his LinkedIn.
Not the LinkedIn! No!
I think I got that far. We're including the
Anyway,
LinkedIn.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. So, you guys are getting ready for the next day. You're having your breakfast, waking up, and I'm presuming that you guys will have filled in a Hugmug and Mocha on what they slept through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two of you realize that you slept through what Scoria describes as a demon lord having appeared within the tent.
Did he ever give his own name?
I believe he gave his name, yes. If he hasn't.
He said Maltos, he did.
Yeah, he said his name. I don't think he said
My
his
name
title,
is
but-
Lord Halitosis.
Don't you fucking start. So
We are problematic today.
yeah, it's fine. It's been like 2 weeks since the last
I mean, my
session, so
body
I'd
feels
expect
falling out
this.
today.
This is what happens
I've
when we
had
don't get
sugar.
weekly sessions. We get
You get
unhinged.
withdrawals.
The Foundlings is always a party.
Okay, so you pack up the tent, and the cart starts moving, and after a little while, you end up getting to a rather large port town. The salty air hits your nose, and it smells like the ocean. You can smell fish, the salt. You can hear the waves against the port sides. As you reach Harkvale, having gotten a little bit further than intended, as Mason found a little bit of a workaround. Instead of stopping off midway through, he ended up going a bit too far north.
You got lost.
So he got lost, but it
Hey.
ended up being convenient.
What the fuck sorcery is this?
So you get to Harkvale, and you can hear the ocean against against all of the wooden decking of this town, as a fair percentage of it is built over the water.
Oh,
Oh, Huckville pretty. Hugmug like water.
And so
Okay.
you're making your way through, and Mason has to find a place to drop off the cart, leaving your group of 5 to figure out what you want to do whilst you're here waiting for you've got airship tickets to go and collect and use as and when you're ready. Mason is going to go and find a place to leave the cart, and has taken Xavier with him. So the 5 of you
Cool.
stand the town.
Anything going on?
Hugmug have great idea.
What is your
What's your idea?
We go
Swimming?
swimming?
oh.
Swimming?
Lupus, is this the first time we've seen the ocean?
Probably, right?
What the hell is that?
Let's
The
roll
face
percentile.
Scoria makes the
wild.
moment you suggest swimming.
It's like a
Giant's
lake, but
bath?
it keeps on going.
This is in
I think I
fact
will pass
not
on
your
that.
first time seeing an ocean, but it is the first time being so close to one. The last time that you were near an ocean was a very short-lived holiday you took on a different plane that Helga had transported you to, the plane of Kramos.
Swimming!
Okay,
I-
I guess I'm chasing
I am-
Hugmug.
Scoria just
running
stands
to the
there.
ocean.
I just
Hugmug sprinting to the sea.
Mocha accidentally drinks the ocean water and starts spitting it out.
It's so salty.
So you guys are jumping into the ocean water and having a little swim, completely missing the point of, hey, you're now soaked through, your clothes are wet and salty, whilst Scoria is just
Scoria did
standing there
not.
watching you. Like, why?
Pure
Oh, I
disappointment on her face.
Absolutely
Absolutely
that's
disgusted. The moment that Hagman brought up the idea of going into the water to swim, she just tuned out.
So,
Can I drag Scoria into the water?
No.
no.
Yes. Scoria,
I
please!
will make you roll. I will make you roll both for a strength check to do so, and I will also make you roll a d20 to stop your alignment changing, as you are vividly aware that Scoria has a major phobia of water.
Does she? Okay, can we pretend I didn't do that? Because that's not in character.
The D20 has decided to spare you of this poor decision.
Thank you. This was non-canon.
So the three of
Scoria now hates Mocha. LOL.
It's
also,
not canon. It didn't happen. It happened in your imagination.
Exactly.
So-
Because if it would happen, no more
I'm
hugs for you.
imagining pure imagination playing while you get drowned.
Guys, the campaign's over. I can't deal with this anymore.
Mocha eats
So-
us all out of guilt.
Sorry, did you just... What the fuck did you just say?
Anyway, we're moving on before this descends. So Florian, Hugmug, and Mocha are you're like paddling around in the ocean water, whilst Marcel and Scoria are just watching you.
Hugmug sea fish.
Marcel, why are they like this? They're in their fucking claws.
Yeah,
They
they should have
dumped
at
into
least slipped
water
off
in
or
their
brought clothes with
fucking
them to
goals.
get into. Not in the mood for swimming right now.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Insight
Lots
check.
of stuff going on.
Roll deception, and Scoria rolls insight.
Oh.
Today is a day of interesting
Uh,
noises.
20 total.
Deception. Deception. Yeah, I failed. 13.
13. Scoria, you can tell that Marcel is lying. He is not being completely honest, but you do notice that it's something that, if you were to pursue it, may not end off in a positive manner.
I do not know what is going on. What it is about. But I am here for you, Marcel.
Thank you, Scoria. Scoria a hug.
Scoria will hug Marcel.
And then just sort of sit on the beach and start skimming stones into the ocean. Trying to avoid.
Oh, I should probably point out, you aren't at a beach.
Huh?
There is no beach.
Oh.
They've just
What is
thrown
there?
themselves off the wooden pathways, because half of this town is built over the ocean.
How far is the drop?
About 5 foot.
Oh, okay.
Yippee!
So
Does
they've
that mean
jumped
that
off.
Florian can't get back out again?
To Florian, that's like a 10-foot drop.
Basically. So
Hugmug can still get back out.
So the two of you are just sitting by the decking watching them faff about in the water as Mason and Xavier return.
Oh,
Why are they in the water? You know what?
They wanted to swim.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
I do
Anyway.
not
And I thought
understand
I
that
was
fascination.
impulsive.
You are
Well,
a lot more impulsive. And I am surprised you didn't jump in after them, but
well, aside from the fact that they're gonna need a spare change of clothes, or at least finding some way of drying them out, I've gone parked up the cart, and actually bumped into one of Meemaw's friends, who's taking the cart back down to the farm for me.
oh,
And
Okay.
that is nice of them.
he holds up the large number of bags that are straddled across him and Xavier.
Holy shit.
And you find it kind of funny when you realize that
You two have been doing some bonding then.
well, I mean, there was one kind of funny thing. Oh, shut up, please. I don't want. So anyway, he so you know the canopy we've got for the cart.
Yeah.
He got his horns. He got his antlers stuck in it.
Oh,
Why did you have to say it? I wasn't looking where I was moving. I went to go and pick up Marcel's bag, and then my horn got stuck. And then he just sat there laughing at me.
I think I would have done the same.
He looks. You notice, Scoria, that his general demeanor is a lot more muted than usual.
So, since I imagine we don't quite want to get on the ship straight away, shall we go grab something to eat?
Yeah, I like the sound of that. Have you guys ever had And he's like trying to remember. Like you can see him like really intensely trying to think. There's a type of bread that they sell around here that's it's Vieran sweetbread.
I am not familiar.
Hmm?
I am not familiar with this sweet bread.
Well, picture if you will, like, have you ever had brioche? It's like soft and buttery. That, but like fresh berries in it. They make it here all the time because they got a whole bunch of imports and stuff. And he reaches down over the decking. You basically see him like crouch down, bend over the decking, and grab Florian in both hands, and basically wrench him out of the water. And then pop him on the side.
Is Florian gonna do the little shake thing to get his fur clean?
You do not
Yeah.
take over me!
Oh, he shakes a little and then goes further away and then shakes more when he's out of shake range of Scoria.
So respectful.
You then watch as Mason bends over again, grabs Mocha by the sides, and basically does the equivalent of a suplex to get her out the water because she's much larger than Florian is. It's like I think a 2 foot height difference. Something like that. No, there's literally a 2 foot height difference. So yeah, he basically does the equivalent of a suplex to get Mocha out of the water. And then stands up and just looks, just like kind of gets on his knee and just offers a hand to Hugmug. You coming up or you stay in the water?
No, I'll come.
And so he grabs your hand, and you basically climb up onto the decking. At this point, Mason is half drenched in salt water. Well,
It looks like someone else is going to need a change of clothes.
I mean, at least I weren't wearing my travel shirt at that point, as he's wearing like this kind of like leather harness across his torso that his battle axe is strapped to,
Nice.
and his bag a couple of the bags are hooked onto. I thought I might as well carry this with me for the sake of, you know, when if we go hiking, it's gonna get wet, it's gonna get hot, so I don't want to cook alive. And yeah, he kind of just trails off on his sentence. Anyway, he looks at Florian. Can I wring you out like a tale?
That sounds nice.
Oh my god.
And so he picks you up and basically kind of half twists you, and you watch as the water just kind of drips out of your fur like a towel. Hey, I was expecting that to go differently. Here, Hugmug, wet cat.
Oh god.
And you are thrown at Hugmug. Hugmug, can you make a strength save, please?
Oh,
A strength save as Pugma gets thrown back into the ocean.
Carrying Florian. Splush.
No.
Oh no!
Did you roll in? Please don't tell me.
Oh, no.
One. What did you roll?
A 9!
You just, and I mean just, succeed as you feel your weight teeter back on your heel for a second, and you are like saying your prayers, getting ready to fall back into the ocean below, before you manage to re-find your grip and put Florian down. As much as it is nice for you all to be bonding like this, I do believe that some of us have an appetite.
Oh, yes, we do.
Oh, I know all about that.
Well, some of us always have an appetite.
I tell you what, are you familiar with barbecue?
Are we familiar with barbecue?
We're very
familiar with
barbecue.
barbecue.
That was almost said in sync. Good lord.
Don't be so silly.
But what kind of barbecue are you thinking of? Do you know a place?
And I happen to know a place. And he ponders for a moment. And just for a moment, you can see a flicker of nostalgia? You're not quite sure. But it's almost like a soft sweetness in his expression. Back at home, I am originally from Hoofwick. Before I
Do we know where Hoofwick is?
You do not, as it is off the island of Arnexian, and I doubt that any of you would have reason to know where it is, since none of your racial origins would align with there. Me proceeding to double check and make sure. Yeah, none of your racial origins would originate from there. So basically, they used to make this very specific type of barbecue using some of the snow monster, the monsters that lived in the snow. It's a type of wolf, actually, that they used to attack our some of the crops. And it's actually really nice. I should show it to you. Come on. I know a place around nearby if you
I am now rather interested. We can get some sweet beer and bread for the ride.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'll tell you what, I'll go off and get the bread from that bakery, and I'll meet you guys there, yeah?
That sounds
Sounds
fantastic.
And you watch a surprisingly friendly exchange between Mason and Xavier as they're pointing at two different places on the town, on like a map of the town. And the icy demeanor that's normally hanging around Xavier sort of soften.
Sorry.
It's fine. But the ice around his usual demeanor seems to have melted a little bit. Still relatively cold in demeanor, but less so. As Xavier leads you all off to this barbecue place, and plastered across the top of the building is authentic Guayaden eats. And Xavier leads you in, and you're immediately met with a face that you are not familiar with, but makes you jump a little bit. As the restaurant owner is a Quoo. You're escorted to a seat by one of the by one of the waiters, and the big Quoo man comes up to you. Well, how can I help you all today? And Xavier looks to the rest of you. Do you want me to order, or do you want to order
Yes,
yourself?
I want everything on the menu.
No, let's not get that far.
No, we cannot afford everything on the menu.
Oh.
I'll get the selection, I guess. Right.
That would be best. Let's not leave it to Mocha.
That seems like a bad idea. Okay, and he starts listing off a bunch of different dishes on the menu, and puts the gill for the whole meal in the Quoo's hand, who sniffs the coins, bites one of them, nods, and wanders off.
Can I do
What's
the
that?
same thing with one of my coins?
If you wish.
I'm going to do that.
As you bite down on the coin, it's solid metal.
Nice.
Are,
Was
uh,
that chocolate
are the coins gold, or are they?
They're actually various colors. So you have the equivalent of gold,
Like gold
bronze,
metal.
gold, silver type situation. You have a very similar thing with gill pieces. They are primarily gold in color, but they have different accenting to them. So you have 1 gill pieces, 10 gill pieces, 100 gill pieces, and 1,000 gill pieces, and they are marked in bronze, silver, gold, and platinum respectively. So it's like gold coin with, normally on real people coins they have the head of a monarch or famous figure or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Basically that's done in gold, in the secondary metal.
Cool.
But you notice that a lot of the coins that you do have are 1, 10, or 100 gil pieces. Because I do believe that you guys only have 1,000 gil each. Yeah,
Mhm.
roughly around that range.
Whatever Mason gave us, really.
This is me
I have
refreshing
less
myself.
I spent something. I spent money.
Oh no.
So, God, you make yourself some green tea after this, or have another
As the
sausage.
sitcom goes, 1 foot in the grave.
So Xavier looks at you all. So, yeah, it'll take a little bit, but I thought I should pay since you guys are a little more limited on funding.
Thank you.
That's fair.
That means we'll just have to speak to you later on.
Yes, big time.
You don't have to, but
Remember, it's just what will get you.
he looks mildly concerned the moment you say that.
Scoria gives Marcel an ultimate side eye at the way he said that.
Okay, so the way I say anything sounds slightly sultry right now, and I can't help it.
You're still going to get the massive side eye.
Inescapable.
You cannot escape judgment.
So, is there anything you'd like to do whilst you're waiting for the food that you ordered to come back through? Staring at Mocha.
Food? Where? Food?
Don't think
Food.
I'm not reading the chat as things go.
Food?
Yeah.
Food. What are you hinting at? Sorry, I was in a daze.
Staring at the
No,
things that you're
just-
talking about in the chat, specifically
What, can the
Do you
owner
wanna
tell I'm a
talk with
clue?
the you can go and find out if he recognized you're a cool or not.
I'm shy. Scoria!
He's doing that for you.
Please come with me.
What?
I don't know how to. It feels weird. Have I ever met another crew before?
You have not.
I've never met another crew before, and it's so different from me.
Scoria just blinks at you.
Please.
Is it really that important?
I mean, you might know something about me. I don't know. How many other crews have we ever met? We've never met another crew.
Fine.
We shall waddle over to the owner.
So you go over to the owner, who's the chef of the kitchen, but he notices your approach and totters out to the doorway. You alright, ladies? How can I help you?
Sorry about the intrusion. This one has a question for you.
Yeah?
Well, I noticed that you're a crew.
Well, yeah, that's how existing it works, love. And he
Yeah,
looks to you, Scoria. Is she alright?
And she's a little bit slow.
So,
Well,
Probably hungry. I
uh,
think that's been literally though in her speaking as well.
classic. Anyway, what can I do for you, love? As he looks back at you, Mocha.
well, I'm also a crew, and I was wondering, like, well, I've never met another crew before, and it's just, you're cool.
Well, thank you kindly. I'll tell you what, just for that, and he goes over to his kitchen and pulls out a small jar of herbs. Brings them back over. Yeah, said you're hungry all the time, right? You make some tea.
Yeah.
Take this. And he gives you the jar. Take one of those leaves, put it in some boiling water, make some tea out of it. It'll help you mellow your hunger out a little bit when there's not as much to go around.
Thank you. I almost want to give him a hug.
You can roll an insight check to see if he would be reciprocative of this or whether he would swat you away.
Sure. Insight 14.
It seems like it would be very weird to do this in this scenario.
Okay, I will resist on this occasion. Scoria will have to face the wrath later on, though. Thank you! Go back to the table.
Oh, thank you.
So, you go back over to the table. Mason arrives, the food comes out. And pretty much the meal goes as expected. It's it's relatively simple, but the meat is juicy. Like, you pick up at one point you pick up a drumstick, and there is just meat juice all over the bottom of this platter that Xavier has ordered, because it's just so... Whatever this crew has done, he has kept all of the meat juices inside of this meat until it started getting ripped to bits. It is moist.
Nice.
I am mature. I can say things like meat without laughing once.
Good, because I can't.
Meat juices.
Yum yum in my
So-
tummy.
Stop.
After a while, this mini banquet that Xavier has ordered for you goes down quite a treat. But you're surprisingly not too full. Like, you are what I will describe as the level of full where you feel quite content with how much you've eaten. It's like on the borderline before like feeling a little over encumbered. If you've ever entered that state, you'll know what I mean. It's like the perfect level of full. So,
Oh.
as of this point, you can explore around the town some more, or you can get your airship tickets and hop on the airship to get over to your next destination. It is up to you.
Is there anything going on in the town?
You can have a look around if you'd like.
I'd like to have a look around in the town.
What about everybody else?
Yeah.
Let's go on
I
an
will
adventure.
also have a look around the town
Okay.
A waddle
With-
around.
with
Yes.
Marcel.
If I look around
Explore
without going into
time.
the water.
There.
Does someone say water?
Avoiding the water, yes. So you go around the town,
We'll look around and go get Scotty at some armbands.
and you notice that there are a few odds and sods going on. There's a few fishermen trying to peddle some of the fish that they've caught recently, and it's a lot of relatively generic port town stuff. So like the sea life that's being sold, a lot of like the shipments that are coming in and out. And one of the things that does catch your eye whilst you're exploring is the mention of... Oh, what was it? Let's find the thing. This is where I had something in the back of my head and I've completely flat forgotten what it was. The mention of a demon repellent candle.
A demon
Oh.
repellent candle, you say?
Yes. And there's a little
Sorry,
sign
that
for a
has
store.
just
Ugh.
exited my
Marcel's
body.
player is having flashbacks.
Positive flashbacks.
And that is
Negative
how I feel.
flashbacks are currently being experienced.
Are they lemon scented by any chance?
Oh no.
Everyone knows what it is.
It's like that one
Everyone
statement
knows.
makes everybody remember. It appears to be a shipment from the town of Batzel, which you are aware of, as it's one of the it's one of the islands that it's on the island of Karos, and it's a place that Helga used to talk about fondly. She remembers going up to the windmill and helping the little windmill up near the mountainous part of the village to help grind up some flour. And the candles that are being sold have all got a very specific stamp on them.
Are they lemon scented?
You would have to enter the store to find out.
I'm gonna enter the store.
We're entering us.
Yeah,
we're going.
entering the
We're
store
going
and there's
in.
sniffing
Okay.
the
I'm
candle.
getting
Definitely
dragged
going
in.
So as you
Scurry
go
on,
in,
let's go!
you
I
find
love scented candles.
yeah, the whole shop is filled with scented candles that have
Only one smell.
a large variety of different scents and colours. The demon repellent candles are in fact lemon scented, and they're an obnoxiously bright shade of yellow.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm crying for real.
That means he's alive. Out of character, obviously.
And there doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on in here at the moment. It's like they're setting up their next stock. So they've got, like Florian's the first to notice this because if memory serves correctly, he's got the highest passive perception. That would be untrue. That will be
Tragic.
that will be
Marcel, right?
fucking Marcel. Yeah, Marcel. You are the first to notice this. There is a sign where on the counter that says that business is currently not occurring today.
Aww.
What?
Which means
As they
everything
are-
is free.
They are
Yes!
they
Yes!
have stuff on display, but they are currently receiving a new shipment that is going to take a while for them to restock their shelves properly. And so today is just a display day where you can put in orders to be sent to you the next day. However, as of this day, they are unable to do any transactions due to all of their staff being required to handle this new shipment and reorganize their stock.
We can put in orders.
Yes, if you wish.
I'd like to.
Where would we send them?
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
We
I
don't have
didn't
a
want
permanent abode, have we?
to point that out, but
We're homeless and destitute.
Exactly.
Sorry,
Scented
should've
candles
laughed
would
at that,
lighten our
that's
mood
terrible.
significantly. Me gets the feeling the DM does not want to reintroduce this person.
well, I mean, they're not here. You can hear some staff members in the back of the shop, and there is what appears to be a Moogle man fluttering about, helping to restock some of the shelves and keep an eye on people that are in here, but doesn't really seem like there's a whole lot happening. You are free to explore within this shop if you want. You can place some candle orders, but I will leave that to you to try and figure out the logistics of it.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
They'll be chasing us throughout the rest of our adventure, never quite catching up.
What if I eat the
I
cat?
don't think we need
No.
even repellent candles. Scoria did a pretty good job.
Are
Scoria
any of
is the
these
candle.
candles edible?
No, they are not.
Ah!
You do, however, notice
they
that
can be if
there
you
are
want.
some candles towards the back of the store that are made with a very specific type of material that means that when they are melted, it's not like a proper wax that they melt into, that can be reused as a type of lotion.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's like those candles that you buy, and in the inside there's like a $1 to $5 bill inside.
No.
Gacha candles!
No.
Oh, we definitely need a demon repellent candle. Because I don't want any demons interrupting my future sleep. Although
do you
they didn't
mean?
interrupt my past sleep.
Exactly.
Hey, I got an idea. What if if we wanted some, we could send them to where Meemaw lives. That way we can just get her to send them to us later down the line.
I mean, that would fuck. We really don't need them, but it might be a nice gift.
Yeah. I do know one sit. Hey, I got an idea. Hang on. And he goes over to the to one of the attendants and starts basically talking their ear off. And about 5 minutes later, he comes back, looking very chuffed with himself. Okay, I'm all sorted. I ordered some rose scented candles for Meemaw. Certainly I'm home. He has a big fucking grin on his face.
Cute.
So, what's the plan now, guys? Are we looking around more, or?
Let's look around a little more. See what else we find.
Let me roll. Anything else interesting in town? Yes, there is. What is that thing? So, you end up leaving the candle store eventually, because there's unfortunately not a whole lot they can do to aid you at your fucking English at this point in time. But as you are wandering through the town, you end up walking past this bar, and outside there are two individuals holding bows that are bickering with each other. Okay, I have got the right ones. Yeah, there are two individuals outside this bar that are bickering with one another over what seems like something very, very pointless. As they both seem somewhat draconic in nature. One of them a slightly taller, green-scaled male.
Oh my fucking god.
The other appears to be somewhat elven in nature, with accents of silver, and they are bickering with each other. But you do notice that they are standing right next to what appears to be a sail on a fancy cloth. There's a stall like next to the bar where they're selling fancy clothes.
What makes it fancy?
It appears to be a very specific type of silk made from the webs of a wolf spider.
Ooh, let's have a look.
Are you ignoring
Wow,
the two
fancy
people
silk.
bickering?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not any
Other
of us,
People
is
might
it?
not be, but Hugmug is.
I will be listening out.
Okay. So for those of you that aren't paying attention to the two bickering outside the front of the bar, you go up to the merchant. It appears that the silk itself has been procured by a guild, the Carmassian Tigers, and has been transported here so that this merchant can sell this this silk as wolf spider. You cannot find these wolf spiders on the island, or specifically on the island of Arnexian, so it's unique trade here.
Hey Mocha, do you like spiders?
I mean, if they're tiny, I guess they're okay. But if they're like
No,
gigantic,
they're big wolf spiders.
They're
And
big
you know what they
wolf
do? They make silk, and all of these clothes are made by them.
I mean, can you eat the silk?
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
You notice that the silk has been marked as inedible. The moment you ask that, as you look at one of the labels,
As
and
if God
realize-
itself went, no, don't be that stupid.
Hugmug, this is absolute bullshit.
It's actually
Oh.
because the silk
Sorry.
itself is laced with some level of chemical made by the wolf spider that is actually somewhat corrosive in nature if ingested.
Oh,
That sounds like a challenge.
that sounds like a bit of fun.
Oh, I love it.
Corrosion.
I love making my acid go blah 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 blah. I'm gonna have a tummy ache. Oh no.
Your acid. I thought you were gonna say something else.
No.
I don't fucking.
So, for those of you that are listening to the conversation of the two outside bickering,
Yep.
you notice that they are arguing about something really fucking dumb, and it appears that the draconic male has slightly upset the woman with some rather unusual shenanigans, we'll call it. And so they're talking. It's like, what? This is exactly what you wanted. I got no arrows. No, that's not what I asked for. I asked for these arrows, my nuke arrows, not the other ones. How am I supposed to hit a target if you're fucking around and picking out the wrong ones? Well, I don't know what you expected. You don't mark them differently. They have the same quivers. What do you want? I don't remember why I brought you with me, but let's just move along. That cat person over there is looking at me funny. What is so
I
tiny and
wave.
cute? And you watch as the the slightly taller green dragonborn man is dragged by his wing away by the silver winged woman. Well, that was interesting. I feel like they might need a bit of counseling or something. Anyway, this silk. Hey, Florian, ain't this your kind of thing?
By the way, do they sell just clothes or do they sell just the fabric?
They sell both.
Oh, ooh, yeah. I'll look at what colors and stuff they have.
They have various different colors, but they seem to be all somewhat pastel in color, and for the lighter colors, and the darker colors are really dark. Talk about the lack of variety, eh? And he tries to give you a nudge, but then remembers that you are much shorter than him, so he kind of
It's not just the air.
he very gently kind of just
Nudges my
taps you on the
hat.
shoulder. Not exactly the most variety, no?
I wonder if I could dye them. I've never really dyed stuff.
Well, I mean, I could see about and he ponders for a moment. I could see about trying to find a dye kit.
I wonder what I should make.
He ponders for a moment. Well, I mean, he looks at Scoria. Perhaps making Scoria a scarf? This is quite a simple and small thing, but I presume you're not used to working with this type of material.
That would be nice, yeah. A scarf.
This is where I've got to try and find out how much the material itself costs. Smiley face. And you watch as he hails over the merchant who's talking with somebody down the further down the stall. And he ends up purchasing about 3 or 4 foot's worth of that silk, and hands the money over for it. Is it 3 or 4? It is 4. And he makes the transaction, and then just hands it to you. There we go.
Oh, thanks. Are you sure about how much it costs? Do you want me to pay you back?
Oh, no, not at all. I happen to know a couple of people here that owe me a favor or two. The one benefit of being the only intelligent person amongst the group of idiots that were brought along to, well, torch your home, I kept them out of trouble, which means that a couple of people owe me favors here and are appreciative of my efforts. Sorry, that's not giggling that. You notice You notice a clock on the outside of the pub, and it is starting to get a little later in the day.
Before we move on to the next time thing, I'll say to Xavier, this thing we can also keep secret so that it can be a surprise for Scoria.
he nods. And they all say nothing. And you watch as he pretends to like zip his mouth closed.
I'll hide it in my backpack.
And you watch as he purposefully stands in the way of everybody else's view of you, so you can quickly stuff the silk into your backpack. Almost like a squirrel burying nuts into the ground level of just get it in there, stuff the silk in. And you know, after a little while, you will notice that it is getting a little later in the day, and unless you intend to spend the night here, you may have to start considering your airship tickets.
Alright, I guess we should do the airship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to go.
And so you end up heading over.
Were we given the money for airship tickets, or were we given airship tickets?
You've been given the tickets prepaid, so you just have to present. You just have to go and collect them and then present them. And so you get there. You pay for the ticket. The tickets are given to you, and you actually have a very unique seat, as you are in the position where a guild group would normally be. You have access to what is essentially a unique leisure suite on the second floor of this airship. As you get on board,
What are the leisures? Hot towels?
hot towels, a fully decked out bed area, a lounge.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh my god. We are royalty.
And the airship
We get
host,
the premium quality
appro-
peanuts with like more powder on them.
the host approaches you, and whilst he is quite large in stature, he does not outsize Xavier, Mason, or Hugmug. He does, however, tower over the other four.
It's nice to meet you. Name's Nestor. I'll be your host.
Hello! You have a very
Nice to
interesting
meet you.
voice. It's very deep and growly. I've never met anyone that sounds like you before.
I'll take that as a compliment.
You should.
Well, do you have any requests or things that are necessary on your flight?
Is there a
Feel free to
buffet?
contact me. Yes, there is. It's down there.
There's a buffet.
If you want,
I think
can
she's
show
already
you.
gone.
Yeah, I'm gone. Bye.
And
There's like a cloud of dust that's like a relatively
mocha
mocha shaped.
Yeah.
Well, you're certainly hungry.
Yeah, don't worry about her. She's part cool, so she.
Ah,
Food is food.
yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, if there's anything I can help you with, feel free to ask.
And he bows
Thank
and
you very much.
walks away, leaving you to your leisure.
This is crazy. So royalty.
So luxurious.
Probably get a bath to wash out all the seawater.
You do. You notice that down the hall there is a little marker, like a little, you know, where you have like the sticky out signs for like toilets and whatever. There is one that literally has a bathtub marked on it. And you're aware that you have a several-hour journey ahead of you, so you have the opportunity to wash up and dry up.
Can we go to the deck?
What floor?
As in, like, out in the.
The top deck.
Yeah.
You are able to get up there, yes.
I would like to go to the top deck. I want to see all the clouds and all the cool things. As long as it's safe.
Yeah, you notice that there is a sign on the door. Is anybody going with Marcel?
Does anyone want to see the pretty outside?
I'm going to bath.
I'm seeing the inside of a pretty steak at the minute.
Yeah, after we bath, after we have a bath, I think.
So Florian and Hugbug are going off to bathe. Scoria, what are you doing?
Sleeping, apparently.
So Mocha's eating, Florian and Hugmug are bathing, Scoria is scoring.
She's T-posing in the corner. She's fine.
So, oh, hello?
Right. Sorry.
That's fine.
The answer would be bathing.
Okay. So,
Nice.
Marcel.
It's like several hours. I go have bath after I go see pretty things.
Are you going to try and drag Mason or Xavier with you?
I would try and drag them both with me.
Okay, so you find the two of them sitting in the little lounge area.
And roll persuasion.
Yes.
Haha! Finally. I have a 0 to persuasion, so that's 17.
You managed to convince them both, as they both seem somewhat bored.
I mean, come on, how often do you go to see something like this? I guess whenever you get on an airship, but I've never been able to afford an airship. It's my first time.
You're not the only one that's having the first time on an airship. I ain't been on one of these before either.
It's so cool, isn't it?
And the two of you are sharing most the childlike level of fascination and intrigue and joy, and Xavier is just looking his neutral state, just oh, God's sake. Well, I will come with you just to make sure you don't somehow throw yourself off of the deck.
Okay.
And so the three of you go up to the top deck, and you watch as the island of Varnexian slowly vanishes into the horizon, as the airship itself is currently at cruising speed.
Wow. I've never been off the island before. I've never seen the island before. Apart from, when I'm on it, but you can't really see the island at that point, can you?
Well, don't worry.
It is pretty.
No. Yeah, it's nice. I suppose I will have to show you around Giratina, the place that I have lived for the last little while.
You should. It would be lovely. What's it like? Is there big scary monsters there, or is it very tame, or
It is a mixture of the two.
better or worse than where we just came from?
I mean, you don't have constant stormy weather.
That is fair.
He then grimaces a little bit. Never mind. Never mind.
What? Vermithir is always storms.
I think he's
I know what he's thinking. I do not care. It does not bother me.
And they both just look at you for a moment. That and also the person over there by the hatch is waving at us to come inside. I think they're going to start coming out of cruising speed. And there is a
There's like a flight attendant desperately banging on the window.
there is a female tiefling currently waving at you from the hatch, basically enthusing for you to return back within the airship, as they are going to be moving out of cruising speed.
Oh, fine. I guess.
It's that, or you could stay on the top of the airship and get whipped away off into the ocean. But that's a you decision to
Probably
make.
not.
And so you make your way back inside. Sorry, it's just really funny picturing just like, well, whoop! Anyway, so you return back inside. join the others to bathe, have your leisure time, and the next few hours pass. And you actually touch down in the new town about 4 hours later. So you'd say it's about 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon by the time you get here, give or take, because you left quite early in the morning. So, as you arrive, oh fuck me, I forgot how many things were in this one place. The town itself is quite large as you arrive in Lenfar. And you realize that you are going to need to find a residence here, but also to go and greet whoever runs the guild that stands atop a hill further off into the distance, made of what appears to be some sort of dark mahogany wood. It's almost like a looming shadow in the late evening. But the place is still hustle and bustle. The sun is kind of setting, but you also notice that there are these little, almost like tiny bonfires inside of big lanterns that light up the whole town. It's almost like somebody's got the Chinese lanterns they send off into the sky. Those,
Yeah.
but on poles. And so, the airship leaves, and you notice that the man that was attending to you on the ship has gotten off as well, and is wandering off home, leaving you just outside the aerodrome. Where would you like to go? What would you like to do?
I think we should go find an inn and then go tomorrow morning to the guild.
Delay a night.
It's about 6 p.m. roughly.
That makes sense to me. There's no point going there and knocking on the door if there's nobody awake to actually answer us.
Is everybody in agreement with this?
Yeah, sounds like a plan to me.
Okay. So you end up going off to find an inn. Can you make me a hearing-based perception check?
Heck yeah, I have advantage on those, don't I?
I can't do that.
Never assume the DC. Never assume it.
Can't hear.
12. Okay, 12 from you. Florian?
Big number. Oh, that's big. That's bigger. Wow. I'm hearing. Where's my perception?
Florian
Blah,
is
blah, blah,
receiving.
blah. 23.
23.
Alright,
Hugmug,
roll
are
back
you
in his
rolling?
head again.
Yes. I think. Do I also have advantage on hearing-based perception? I think I do, but I don't know where to find that.
It'll be on your abilities page. You have
Ah.
advantage on smell-based perception checks, not hearing-based.
Oh, smell, not hearing. So I got little ears, big nose. Okay.
Strong
Yeah,
nose.
I'll perceive. Let me find the perception.
Little
And Scoria, are you
What's that?
also attempting to perceive?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a 17.
17. Mocha?
And a 7.
Roll a 7.
Sorry.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. So as you're going to go find your inn, you find this inn right next door to this lovely cafe. And amongst the hustle and bustle of the crowd, you can see this these two couples on what appears to be like a dinner date of sorts, sitting at one side of the table. I actually need to remember who I have sitting here now. Fucking brain cells, please end me now. This is when I forget what I was doing. Bear with me as I remember what I have set here. Remember to take notes, kiddos. Else you forget everything.
Taking note.
I know, right? I'm like, girl, there's no way I'm gonna forget this. 10 minutes later, what?
So, sitting one side of the table is a brunette-haired woman sitting next to a slightly older-looking woman with copper-colored hair, and the other side of the table is this younger olive-skinned girl sitting alongside a human male wearing glasses. And as you're like having a look at the room's rates and stuff, you hear, "Oh my gosh, Mira, I can't believe you'd do that." Well, I mean, it wasn't that difficult. I was just picking out cloth and then whoop. Mira, no. And then the conversation continues, and you can see them having like a full intensive conversation. And the two like the slightly paler brunette woman is being quite loud. And it seems like her partner, the copper-haired woman, is having to consistently remind her to bring her volume down. To which she goes, "Oh, sorry." And then, "Oh my gosh, no!" Every time that the olive-skinned girl starts talking about some new development in her life. And it's an oddly wholesome little interaction. And after a little bit, you go into the inn and pay for a room for the night. But you end up bumping into this. You end up bumping into someone on your way through. It's a younger. I say younger. I've got to actually check my information. This is where Lupus forgets to have a brain. This younger, fair-toned human male, scars across his face and brunette hair that cuts off around his collarbone area. Ah, my apologies. As he bumps into Florian, nearly knocking you over. My apologies. Would you like a hand up? And he offers his hand out to you.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. I don't suppose you've seen, And he starts this. Is a bad guy, about yay tall, glasses, pineapple shirt.
Over there.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. It's, and he takes out this book, puts the book away, and hands you a 100 gil piece for your troubles.
Oh, money. Thanks.
It's quite alright. And he leaves.
Did you just
So
get
meta.
paid for being
What just happened?
for being pushed over?
Nothing.
And so you go up to the innkeeper, who greets you all with a big smile. me find the fucker's name again. The problem with having the entire guild fucking listed in this one location is I have to filter to the top of the bloody list. Where is it? Fucking... Let me turn to a duck real quick. Where? There it is. So, the innkeeper and has a rather shorter statured the person at the counter. And you realise that you're gonna have to talk to a plant. As manning the front desk of the inn is a mandragora. Who would like to go and speak to the innkeeper?
Plant.
I can speak to the innkeeper.
Okay.
Hello. We'd like to book a room for one night, or do we want to stay two?
Just one night for now, I think.
One night.
If you'd
For
like, we can
how many of us are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There are 7 of you, yeah. Would you
7.
like us to temporarily put down in our books that you're potentially staying longer? We can keep the room reserved for about 24 hours after you leave. And if you want to stay an additional night, then we can keep that room open for you. Will you be
that
also,
sounds good.
will you
Do
be
you
staying
like
in the
that,
same room?
Florian?
Or... Sorry. Good.
I think that's a good idea.
Ugh.
Oh my
On you.
god.
Classy.
I forgot it was a mutant. No.
Ignore Mocha.
Yeah.
The buffet
Mocha
is too
just
good.
Really yeah. Mocha really went ham on that buffet.
Oh.
So, are you going to take the innkeeper up on her offer?
Yes, please.
She's basically offering to reserve the room. I will brain cell and remember to make a mental note of that somewhere. Okay, and are we all sharing one room? Are we splitting it out, or?
Maybe split into 2. Is that okay?
Yes, we can have
2 sounds good.
we can put the we can have one of the rooms next to each other, or we can have them separated further out if you would prefer.
Oh, next to each other is lovely. And we can hear you all through the wall. Stares menacingly at Marcel.
Just for a laugh, do you want to roll intimidation?
Yes.
I can't believe there's beef and not the edible kind.
Florian, defend me.
Natural 20!
So,
Oh my god.
that's what total?
Marcel picks up Florian and just like brandishes him in front of Hugmug.
Hugmug, what is that total?
Do not brandish the cat.
26.
So, that you shoot that menacing glare at Marcel, and Marcel, you feel a chill in your bones, and immediately meet Hugmug's gaze, and you can't help but feel somewhat in danger, one might say.
Threatened.
For just being
There's
himself.
going to be an extinct
Yes.
species soon.
And how exactly will we be separating the rooms out? Will we be doing ladies in one and the gentlemen in the other, or is there a preferred separation method if you are booking 2 different rooms? Just so we can
We
take
to
down,
separate them.
just so we can take down the names of whomever, so we know who's in what room.
I think one room will have Marcel, Xavier, and
Hang
Oh
on,
my
don't I
God,
get to
what's the
say
other
in
one?
this?
Hugmug is the one
and
currently handling this.
Marcel's lover.
So in
Oh
one
my God, what's
room
his
you
name?
have Marcel,
Mason.
Xavier,
Mason, that's his name. Marcel, Xavier, Mason, and
and she's jotting this down.
Mocha. Mocha would love to be there.
What?
And in the other room, we're gonna have me, Florian, and Scoria.
Why
No,
don't
you
you
can't
be with the
separate.
guys?
You can't separate Scoria and Mocha.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Florian, you're in with the boys.
Woo! Girls' night,
Okay.
girls' night, and
And
Hugmug.
Hugmug.
Girls' night and Hugmug. Hugmug is an
So-
honorary girl for tonight only.
So in
That's
So
not
just-
listening.
so just so I have that correctly, we have the young Burmesian man, the deer, the Bovian, and the catman in one room.
Yes.
And then we have the orc bear, the Quer and Mithrin, and the Aerolite Genasi in the other room, yes?
I'm
Yes.
very impressed that you know all of our species like
Yeah.
that.
Well, call me perceptive, one might say.
Very
Whoa.
perceptive. You could do with some of that, Mocha.
Hey, I'm perceptive, and then Mocha proceeds to walk into a post.
Would anybody like to contest the room organization? Speak now or forever hold your silence.
I think that's a no.
I feel as though it's futile anyway, so I'm just going to go along with it.
Marcel has made his peace with it.
Marcel is just like, my people need me. A
There's no
sentence.
fighting.
Okay, so I will make a note of that, so I know who is in what room. Room 1 and room 2. So you end up being shown to your rooms. They're quite nice. And Xavier once again pays for it, as he managed to swipe the coin pouch of one of the people that he was basically traveling with, and had been using their coin pouch for all of his expenses up until that point. And since they left him for
Oh,
dead,
so all of the charity he's given us is not actually his charity.
it's kind of his charity because it's technically his money at this point
It is
because
now,
they didn't
finders
bother taking
keepers.
it. Exactly.
Yeah, under the rules of finders keepers.
Exactly.
Losers,
Because-
weepers, guys.
I mean, the lawful evil man is going to lawful evil. You know.
Lawful evil.
Finders keepers is the only law he recognizes.
Exactly. So you go to your rooms and get settled in. And you get fresh change of clothes, you can reorganize everything. And you're quite fortunate that you haven't had to use any of your rations over the last couple of days.
Woo!
Because you had plenty of leftovers from the night before, plus the airship buffet. Meant that you are fit as a fiddle. Are you doing anything in your rooms?
A girls' night.
What does girls' night consist of?
That's what I'm going
That's
to
something
ask.
you don't need to know, seeing as you're not a girl.
Girls' night.
So-
Girls' night goes into a room in order to sleep.
goes into room, bump, on the floor, passes out cold. So
Yeah.
You know what they
That's
say?
what's
Girl
going
sleep,
on
girl
there.
exhaust, girl death.
What?
Girl talks. Girl.
I love how like Scoria was like partway through like, yeah, I've got plans, and then just like Mocha says that and just like, are you okay?
Oh, that's fucking
When have I ever
hilarious.
been okay?
It's just like, I'm going to bed.
So, am I right to assume that people are just going to be going to sleep?
No, I'm having a conversation with Hugmug. Hugmug, who's your crush? It's girls' night.
Oh, is this what girls talk about on girls' night?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, talk about their own crushes rather than other people's.
Hey, you're not part of this. Shut up.
Sorry, I'm picturing that through the fucking wall, just like it's really muffled. So Scoria's gone to sleep. I'm gonna presume that the boys in the other room have gone to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Go
You-
for it.
DM, are you okay?
I am having a time. It's a great time, but oh boy.
Girls' night. I got the snacks. I brought the snacks. Okay.
Oh, good. We need some snacks.
We need the snacks. We need the drinks. We're getting crunk tonight. Okay.
Ooh.
So what are we gonna do first, Hugma? Because we gotta go all out.
Oh, there's itinerary.
Yeah. We have to make
Well,
something up.
I don't know what girls do. I don't know if you realized. This is
Oh.
my first girls' night.
Oh yeah. That's true. Well, we normally talk about our crushes and like what we want to do in life, and then we bully the boys. I mean, this is what I read in an article, but I think it sounds okay.
Oh.
Okay, well,
need to
crack
step away
open
from the
the
microphone.
snacks and tell me about your crush.
Okay, I'm gonna open a big bag of like, I don't know, the equivalent of Cheetos or whatever. And I'm getting all of the cheese like on my hands as I'm doing
The
this.
DM is no longer there. You've killed the DM.
Mocha saying
You killed the
get
DM
crunk.
when you said
We're
get
gonna
crunk.
we're gonna get crunk. What the? Oh my god. Okay.
We're having some
I'm
technical
fine.
difficulties. We'll be
Everything
back
is
shortly.
fine. I'm not crying with laughter. I'm fine. I'm not wiping away the tears from my eyes.
No.
Oh, so fucking unexpected. Anyway,
We're getting
moving
crunk
onwards.
tonight.
R.I.P. that.
Well, I mean, we've not really met too many people on this journey, so I can really only gossip about everyone else.
Okay.
Like Marcel, he seems to be
I like
crushing on about
gossiping
every
about
single
everyone
person
else.
we meet.
Do you want to roll a stealth check there, Mocha? Because these walls are not thick.
Yeah,
I
it's
know where you sleep,
yeah,
bitch, and I
he
know
can
what
hear
you
me.
eat.
No, stealth. That
That was the
is
laxative in your
21.
fucking food.
21. Okay, you succeed. You and Hugmug's your conversation with Hugmug is quiet enough that Marcel does not hear you through the wall.
Yeah, I mean, he just seems to like, I don't know. Everyone he seems to meet, he seems to trip over. Maybe literally. What do you think, Hugmug? Do you think this is like a love triangle dynamic?
You know what? I've been thinking this the whole time. That's
Oh my
why I
god.
put them in a room together. Hee hee hee.
Hugmug, you
And then
genius!
I put Florian in there because if someone has to observe and report back.
Yeah, he better
That's
be
fucking
taking
creepy.
notes. But I read somewhere, like, I don't know, I heard someone say something that, like, when there's a love triangle and they're going for the same person, what happens is that actually the two people who are going for the other person realize they love each other more than they love the other person, which means Mason and Xavier, what if they kiss?
You have a lot of time to do a lot of very pointless reading.
Yeah,
Could you not read about
30
something
cents.
more useful?
I mean, I look at menus.
Hold on for a
I love
sec, guys. The
menus.
DM needs to
Wow.
recover.
We've killed the DM. That's it. DM out.
I think we've just kind of made it semi-canon that Mocha is implied to read smart.
It's implied that she has
Like
at least
fanfiction.
seen like the FFD20, like the Lunanon equivalent of Gossip Girl at some point.
It's just Mocha and Hugmug
Oh.
start a podcast.
I was trying so
Like-
hard not to spit out the drink I had in my mouth, so I started laughing and I headbutted the floor.
Ow.
Because I was trying not to spit my juice all over the floor, and I was cracking down laughing.
A lot of things happened, Florian.
He
You
was
missed it.
praying
You
to
missed
a
a
dog.
moment.
I'm trying not to laugh, so I'm
Damn, that's
hiding.
tragic.
I'm hiding
Look
behind the
for the,
sofa so I don't laugh loud
We
enough
ended
for
the
my to get
DM.
up.
That's
Fucking
tragic. I
Florian,
guess
I
I'll
think they're
have to do
talking
it
about
now.
me again.
Florian, you need to like just listen to that section back. It's fucking priceless. Anyway,
I do not
I'm gonna
appreciate what
casually
the
move
cock going on
along.
behind my back.
I'm gonna casually move along before you fucking kill me.
Oh, we could go
Before
for
we do
hours.
that,
I
before we
know.
do that, we
I
need
love-
to, before we go to sleep, we need to bother the boys somehow. We need to annoy them.
Or what about if we send letters through their door?
You're a genius, Hugma.
Letters under the door?
We'll send the cute little messages. Oh.
Maybe we should pretend to be like another secret interest who wants to join in.
Oh my god, you're a genius!
Okay,
God,
good
yeah.
writing, Mocha. Good writing.
Okay. Is there like any paper in this room?
There appears to be a couple of sheets of paper.
Let's go.
Okay,
for
I'm
letter
gonna
writing.
get.
So yeah, there are a few bits and pieces.
Okay, we're gonna have to turn this love triangle into a love square. Okay, so what would all three of them like? What do you think, Pugmug?
A big muscular man called Hugmug. Oh no.
No, not Hugmug, not Hugmug. Mug Hug.
Mug hug.
Mug hug. That's it. We'll do it. Okay. I'm gonna write this. To my secret admirer. Wait, no. To my dearest. All three of you. My name is Mug Hug, and I.
But not Florian. Don't include Florian in this.
But not Florian. I scribble Florian's name out. I've really
Wow,
liked
poor
you for as
Florian.
long as I've known you, which has been about 5 minutes, because that's how long this conversation has been going on for. If you would like to find out my hidden identity to make this love square official, because I would really...
Maybe they found. Maybe we saw them in the in the reception.
We saw you. I saw you downstairs when you were ordering a room. I thought that maybe
The robot voice started extending me.
Oh, please! I am crying. Cease.
So I saw you in the lobby. My name Mug Hug. And so if you would like to make this love square official, then
Meet downstairs.
meet us
In the
downstairs.
bar, in the tavern.
In the tavern, in to 10 minutes, because we need time to change. Okay, we'll see you there. Much love and kisses, but not for Florian. Mug Hug. Why didn't
That's
Reggie
perfect.
needs to go?
That's perfect. Send.
Okay.
Send post.
Okay. Right. So that gets sent next door. It gets slipped under the panel.
Florian, I think somebody
Now we need
hates
a
you.
disguise.
It's fine. I'm gonna assume that
Well,
I'm just gonna use
crossing
Mocha's
out the
stuff
name.
because I'm aware that Mocha has to go get food. So,
Yeah, I need to go.
so that happens.
I'm going to leave me to do this all by myself.
And the person who picks it up, like Xavier goes to the door. I'm just going to.
What? What did you find?
And so Xavier proceeds to read the whole thing,
Including the not Florian parts.
including the fact that Florian's name has been scribbled out on this as well, and is going to show it to them both. I don't think they realize that you're both familiar with this handwriting, right?
This is Mocha.
Duh. Honestly.
That's weird. Okay,
Duh.
I think this is a prank.
You know what we should do? I've got an idea.
We should prank them back.
Uh-oh, retaliation.
Retaliation prank. And what they don't know is we have an illusionist.
Duh.
So our possibilities are endless.
I have a really dumb idea, but if they're insisting on this idea of a love triangle or square, I don't know where shapes came into this. I have a plan.
We could make this mug hug person.
And he very quietly whispers to the three. Right, Mason's just kind of bemused by what's happening.
Oh, you scoundrel.
Do I do it?
Do
And
it.
basically
Do it
what
now.
he's
Do it right now. But yesterday.
Okay. And so
We don't know what it is.
Hugmug. I'm not going to get Mocha to roll this because she's not here now. She's gone off to go get food.
Hello.
Hugmug, can you roll me a wisdom save, please?
A magic one?
Yes.
Trying to find it. Wait, give me a minute. Okay, 11.
Okay. So you hear from the other room this loud thudding noise. And the sound of the sound of Marcel shouting his love for Mughug, and what appears to be an additional voice that you are not familiar with in the room. And for a minute, you're not sure what the hell's going on.
They're having fun.
Yes. But it just sounds like a lot of like the equivalent noise of like a pillow
Oh
fight.
yes, Mughug, you're the only one for me. Even though we only met 5 minutes ago, our love is infinite, is unbounded by time. Etc., etc.,
Mughug is real. Mughug is real.
I'm picturing at this point Mocha's kind of gone to bed and has fallen asleep.
Yeah, Mocha's given up on everything. She's so over it.
Like, leaving poor Hugmug absolutely baffled as the night draws to a close. Because I need to move this scene or I'm going
Oh,
to
we cannot
perish.
tell them. We must keep our love a secret.
Start, please.
Whoa! A secret! Mughug! Mughug keeps secrets. Ooh.
Oh, I'm fucking
Mug
deceased.
fully believes it.
Yeah, that's the best fucking part.
Hugmug is really dumb.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Hugmug
fucking
is not
deceased. Oh. Okay, right, so next day. For the love of God, I need to move on before I start pissing myself laughing.
I'm very ill.
I can tell. It shows. So.
Mughug.
Oh my god. Anyway, before I start laughing again. So, the next morning happens. And you go down for breakfast. You know that today you need to go and
Hi.
you know that today you need to go and you need to go and
You may remember me from such films as...
I am going to throw my sock at you. I will take it off of my foot to throw it at you. So, you have to go and interact with the guild today to go and get your information, or find out what the hell is going on, as the next clue for your matron is within. What are you doing?
Hugmug is looking at Marcel and giggling.
Are you trying to be stealthy about that?
No.
Okay.
What? You're looking at me like you know something.
Maybe I do.
Do you?
I think you, had a...
And he's gonna
Had
like
some
look
fun
over his
last
shoulder
night.
as if he's looking for a certain person that's not there. but like
Ooh.
trying to keep it subtle.
Who might you be looking for?
Nothing. Just thought they heard the voice.
Maybe,
Sounds a little bit like you, actually.
me?
Yeah. Strange. Must be seeing things.
There's another me? Hmm? You know what the cheese said when he looked in the mirror?
What?
Mocha would know this one.
I can't
Hello,
understand.
me.
I don't know what you're saying.
What?
Halloumi.
Lupine. Okay.
Me? Because that's what the cheese says when he looks in the mirror.
I don't think cheese can talk, monkey.
Ooh, this
Oh,
cheese
look.
can talk.
Well. I'm trying so hard to hold in a laugh.
I'm sorry, we've really off-railed this, and to be honest, I'm not mad about it.
Anyway, back to the
And
serious
it's all
plot.
your
Back to
fault.
plot, please, before I fucking break completely. So, what are you doing from here? You're having breakfast.
I guess we're going to the guild.
Okay.
We're going to the helm.
We're going to the crossover episode.
So, you gather your things, and keeping in mind that you can book another night at this inn, you start making your way through the city streets. Along the way, you see a couple of interesting shops. You see the Chilburn Cafe that is tucked down a little street off to the east of your inn. You see a rather large mage's tower that appears to be a magical item shop of some sort. You see what appears to be an airship hangar a little way behind the aerodrome that you're visiting. A clothier shop for clothes and materials, and what appears to be a sort of armory of some sort. And a few other things here and there. You notice there's a little there's just almost like a little carnival type thing. God, I fucked my voice up laughing. You notice there's like a little...
my voice up.
You notice there's like a little carnival thing where one of the attractions that you notice is what appears to be a horsefolk who's a Pegasus. Since there's a mixture of the two, who is basically it's like a carnival strongman. As you're going along, just to kind of rattle off a list of things that you see along the way. And then you go up the pathway, and you spot some rather large wheat fields around the towards like the west of the guild, with a small little cozy cottage in the middle of it, where you can see a tiefling and a Wolverite chatting to each other over what appears to be a cup of coffee or tea together. And then you get to the guild, and the place is busy. There are a lot of things going on, but you do notice a little reception desk.
Oh, there's a lot of
Yeah, I
different
think we go
people
up to
in
the
a
reception
guild.
desk.
What are you doing? Wait a second, I clear my throat.
Going up to the reception desk.
Yeah.
I'm also looking around at all the different people.
There are so many different people in here. Holy crap!
All different walks of life.
Yeah. And much to your amusement, there are some people that are like around the same height as you as well. Some of which are even shorter. And there's a small feeling of power that washes over you, Florian, as you see people here that are smaller than you that you can make short jokes about. And so you approach the desk, and sitting behind the desk is this rather large orc man.
Yes. Excellent.
Oh, a friend.
Well, hello there. How can I help you?
Just to ask, were we told that a meeting was being arranged for us, or
No. A meeting was not necessarily arranged, but a notification was sent along regarding your arrival within the next
Okay.
month or so. They gave like a rough time range.
what was that guild called?
The one that just came
Wind.
from is Sky
Yeah.
Reapers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. Not wind. Close.
It's alright.
Remember.
I memorize this shit because I've got to because I'm world building. I don't expect you to
Because
remember
it's
this.
all world. My brain's small, it doesn't hold info.
Even does mine. I have to have a whole fucking info sheet and I still forget shit.
I still
My
repeat-
brain's
I made
smooth.
notes for one session and I haven't brought my notepad back out.
Rip.
What the hell are notes?
Yeah,
That's what I fucking thought.
you fucking live with me. I am your notes. Anyway,
I don't have to make notes because I live with the DM.
the Sky Reavers Guild is the ones who sent you here. Just to
Oh,
get back
dear.
on topic.
Hello
So-
there. We just came from Vanexian, traveling tickets that the Sky Reavers bought us. They suggested that we come here to try and gather some information in the whereabouts of our matron.
The orc man nods as you're talking. Right. Well then, such.
Dinner?
Let me have a look. Oh,
Shush! No! Talking to my family! Shush!
mute. Mute.
We can hear it. Just thought you should know before we listened into your whole dinner conversation.
Only shouted out at one. For fuck's
Oh
sake!
my god!
Right. Okay.
For fuck's
Oh my
sake!
Anyway,
Wow.
I forgot
Let's-
again.
let's
You
get
always
back to
do!
So
What happened?
at the someone catch Mocha up and watch his mist. Anyway.
Chaos,
Chaos,
ideally.
yes.
What's
So
happened?
the
Oh,
orc man,
yeah.
the orc man looks through his looks through this large like registry of different like bookings and like names. Well, I don't suppose that you happen to be Florian, Hugmug, Marcel, Mocha, Scoria, and 2 others.
Yes.
Yes,
That
yes.
is us.
You know,
I-
Hugmug is a very orcish name.
Wait,
that
Huggy,
is
isn't there
like-
one more?
What?
No, he's just gonna like whisper it to the Hugmug.
Oh,
I think we're
no,
missing something.
we're not bringing Mughug. Did you bring Mughug?
The score is
What,
going
you
to
were
choose
bringing
big
Oh
ones.
no, we forgot the Hug.
The orc man looks at you all confused. Are
I do
you
not know what they're talking about.
right? Well, simply put, if you're here to have a chit chat with some of our higher ups, then we're gonna need to make sure that you've not got any well, you're not carrying any explosives, you're not carrying any potential poisons. So we'll have to search you. Is that alright?
Yeah,
That makes
is
perfect
fine.
sense.
Yes, yes.
Alright, well then. If you can follow me.
Follows.
And he leads you to another room. Where a white-furred rabbit man with bull horns stands waiting. So these are supposed to be the people that we're waiting for. Yeah, they're the ones that Sky Reavers were telling us about. Hey, Will, let's get the searching. If you could please put all of your weapons and stuff off to the side, I greatly appreciate it. Please don't be difficult, or I will throw hands. I am licensed to it.
Yes, sir.
Is it racist to separate a crew from their fork?
No.
Oh,
Battle Spork!
Battle Spork.
The battle sport.
Damn it!
No, Battle Spork.
I assume
I'm-
that
I'm-
Mocha's battle fork is in fact a battle spork.
Of course.
So I am currently eating a yogurt with a spoon, and I was like, okay, it's about a fork, and I looked at my spoon, and I was like,
Spork.
Oh,
Yes.
and I almost choked on my yogurt.
How do you choke on yogurt?
This
Well,
sport
I can
deals
choke on
6
anything
damage.
if I try hard enough. Okay, don't
Well
question
done.
it.
agreed.
Anyway.
Moving on
What?
before this stops being PG.
When the fuck was this PG to begin with?
When
we are on Twitch.
when terms of service TOS were there.
When we decided we put it on Twitch.
In the beginning, TOS.
A long time
It was
ago,
like
when
the
a
first-
galaxy far, far away.
Anyway, before we derail again, please. I am only so sane. So,
Hi guys!
You're speaking French now.
so you put your weapons to the side,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And you searched over, and everything is fine until they get to Xavier.
Oh, I remember saying. I forgot about.
And the orc man is basically like waiting by the doorway as this horned white rabbit folk is looks at Xavier. I don't suppose you happen to know a short little foxman. It's about yay tall, grey fur. Duh. Would you like to go see him? Duh. Well, add that to the list of things. And they finish checking over. And the horned rabbit man turns around to the orc. Hey, they're all clear. Perfect. Well then, you little bundles of sunshine, come with me. We'll you can pick up your weapons and whatever now. Yeah, there's nothing hidden, so I'll take you to go and see one of the guild masters.
Yay! Natural weapons. Are we gonna have to declaw
Oh
Florian?
no, watch out for Florian's D4.
Actually, it's a D6
D6!
Oh
Whoa.
shit! Whoa,
Whoa.
guys.
lethal.
We'll have to
We
put
check.
like gloves on Florian.
Like a little
With, like,
box.
mittens.
A little
Oh,
bit.
stick your hand in a
Balls.
box and put a chain around it.
One,
So
1d6 plus 4. It's pretty brutal.
Pardon me.
you're
Wow.
banned.
Why would you do this?
Fuck
Anyway,
you.
don't
Fuck me
invite
yourself,
her.
bitch.
Anyway,
Do invite me. Do it.
PG.
bitch.
Oh my God.
Weeks.
ladies, I will bash your heads together.
I bit my cheek. when I saw that.
Platonically, cease. Well done. Anyway, the orc man leads you into leads your collective of chaos minus Xavier to this big office.
If we're
Well,
not careful, we're going to be giving them group U flashbacks.
don't. That sentence is illegal in my house. Anyway, anyway.
Oh, no.
So
A little fucking sign on the wall that you shall not speak of group U.
It's gonna write it on the whiteboard.
You know, like how a bar has people that are barred and they've got like pictures of them, and just individual members will group you.
Just don't. It's just the word don't.
Every
in
single
big
one of the
bold
mug
letters.
shots.
Yeah. So okay. So the orc takes you into the office, whilst the horned rabbit man takes Xavier off to go and meet this friend of his that's here. Brain cells, please. I actually have to make sure I don't
Brain
forget.
cell, sir. It's very kind for a brain cell.
Don't fucking get me started. My brain is here, there, and everywhere.
Copy.
Don't
That's literally
update
copy for your
is-
thoughts, isn't it?
Literally.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
I don't have any thoughts. I'd like to buy some, please. Head empty.
So
Wow.
you get to the office. The orc man knocks on the door. We got some visitors. Yes, send them in. Well, I hope you get your information. He opens the door.
Thank you. You've been very kind.
No problem. I'll if you need anything, just give us a shout. And I'll be happy to help you leave if you get lost. It's a big place.
Very big place.
And your hand is waved towards the office. Are you entering?
Yes. Have I resonated all your eardrums doing that, by the way?
You enter this office.
Listening.
It's quite spacious, all things considering. Up against one of the walls is this very large, red metalled claymore type weapon. There are a bunch of different trinkets and knickknacks in here. And sitting at a desk is this grey-furred wolfman with several scars across his arm and face. And he has these piercing yellow eyes that follow you all as you enter the room, and the door closes behind you. Well, take a seat.
Hello. And he sits down.
And as you to describe for you as you've entered this room, there is almost an oppressive aura pushing down on your shoulders the moment you enter. So, how exactly can I help you?
So we come from the next year,
Mm-hmm.
and our matron Helga has been kidnapped by a group that we come to know as the Order of the Crystal.
You notice his ears twitch the moment you mention those two names. Right. And so let me guess, you're here to come and tell me to smite a religious organization for the sake of saving a woman?
No,
we're
we
just
were
after
wondering if
information.
we could ask for information so that we could go and rescue her.
You feel chills through your spines as those piercing yellow eyes look upon you. What an odd collection you have.
Oh, just to be clear, Mason here isn't part of our family.
I had gathered. I am somewhat familiar with this face.
And Marcel looks at Mason, looks at the person who's a bit confused, but stays
You
silent.
don't know who this is.
Oh, okay.
Friendly reminder.
Okay, it's fine.
I know you know who this
Yeah,
is.
I'm
I know
so
all of you know
used
who
to it at
this
this
is,
point.
but it's fucking weird having to talk about myself in the third person.
It's weird having to talk about this individual without saying their name.
I wonder who
It's
they
weird
are.
having to listen to the DM doing impressions of my last character.
Hell
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was relatively good. I've definitely not been practicing.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh. Mira,
I like that.
no.
Everyone
Anyway,
on
Mira, no.
before I derail
So
any further.
accurate.
Anyway, the Wolfman looks over you, looks at, and as you point out, Mason is not part of your Foundling collective. Yes, I am familiar with his face. I must say, the other bulls do definitely know you. Pleasure to meet you. And the rest of you, your names?
That's my
name
name.
is Gloria. Mocha Fox.
My name is Marcel. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Florian.
My name's Milka.
I'm Hulkborg.
The Wolfman stands. Hands behind his like just above his tail, like he's like the fancy scholars do. And walks around the room and just observes you, being very quiet for a moment. And for a moment, there's a pang of fear that tinges your souls. Before the wolf retakes his seat. So, you claim to be related. Are you related to this Helga lady? Or are you,
No, she found us all.
We are Foundlings. She is our matron.
And your textbook as a child, who are they written by?
Text books.
Roll a history check.
Do all of us roll a history check?
You are more than welcome to.
This is very good.
Ooh.
That's another
Ooh,
3
that's
on the
good.
dice.
I can
Fuck
find
my
my
life.
sheet
8.
and open the right one.
Oh, big number.
History.
Big money.
Where is my history? Unnatural 20. A dirty, slutty 20.
Oh,
Dude, don't
Fucking hell.
disrespect it like that.
a 20 that needs to be punished. Anyway,
Oh,
I could make
And
this
we
so
get
much
nerfed.
worse, I'm choosing not to.
make it worse.
Y'all
No.
don't know the first
TOS. TOS exists and I'm already writing that fringe line to begin with. Anything that comes out of my mouth is like,
It's like at risk.
yeah.
We
Okay,
have to do
so
a risk assessment before every session.
so a breedable 20 from Florian.
Wow.
A what?
Alright.
Did you
And-
say fucking breedable?
No.
Yes.
An 8 from
That's
Marcel.
fine.
Hugmug.
It's
Are you rolling history or are you
I'm probably not gonna bother.
fair?
if it's okay for National
Mocha?
Geographic, it's okay for us.
10.
A 10 and Scoria?
19.
19. Okay, you all succeed.
Oh,
Yay!
What did you-
The textbooks and little novels and things that you read and worked through for your education under Helga's watchful gaze were written by someone referred to as Lady Sageweaver.
Oh shit.
Lady Sageweaver.
I
Lady
wonder who
Sageweaver.
that is.
The Wolfman is looking at you expectantly, as though there is only one answer he is expecting here.
The textbooks were written by a Lady Sageweaver? At least that's what I recall.
You notice a very thin smile crack upon the wolf's face. I see. Well. He ponders for a moment.
How do you know that?
I have my knowledge. So, do you have any idea who I am?
Not a clue.
The guild master
Nope.
No
of
idea.
this place.
The Guildmaster of the Sleeping Wolves.
Okay.
But that is about it.
That is about what I expected. I unfortunately cannot give you any information we do or do not have on this subject. However, that being said, I will look into it, and you may or may not have a visitor. You're holed up in this inn, right? And he He waves his hand, and a little illusory image of the inn that you're staying in appears.
What the
Yes,
Mhm.
that we've already
How
seen
do
last
you
time.
know?
I think we shall stay there again.
You're staying there. Okay. Well, simply put,
hell?
the Wolfman reaches into a pouch on the table. How are you in terms of supplying yourselves?
I mean, we are okay, but we definitely would not say no to any help.
And he looks around at the rest of you.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be appreciated.
And he goes into his pouch and starts. You hear this clinking sound. And he's counting on his face. Like, you can see written out his face, he's doing math in his head. So, you have an additional person with you.
Yeah, he's going to see a friend.
And you're aware that he is the person who took your, who put your, matron in the position she's in.
It is a lot more complicated than that.
Is it?
I believe it is.
Mhm.
Wait, what? Do we know this?
You do.
Yes,
Yes,
we
you
do.
were
Oh,
there.
yes, sorry, yes, Hugmark already knew this. For sure. Yeah, oh, very interesting.
My God.
It's okay, Moghug didn't know.
What?
Well, I did know, but then I didn't know that Hugmark knew, so that's a bit silly.
That's fair. Well, simply put, he places 7 coin pouches on the table in front of him, and you watch as he waves his hand and, like, splays his hand outward towards you, and the coin pouches float towards you. This should cover your fun. This should cover your stay. I should hope.
Cool. Sorry.
It's perfectly fine. It's a natural response to seeing magic of this amplitude. This should keep you covered for as long as you need.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your kindness.
And are you looking inside these pouches before you put them in your
Uh,
bags?
We'll look at them later.
Yeah.
Respectful.
The score is kind of just holding it at the moment.
Master will look at his later, because he wants to be respectful.
The Wolfman observes you for a moment. What a curious position to be in.
It is certainly not a pleasant one.
And you hear a snort come out of him. To be as clueless about the world. Truly an endearing trait. Well, if I have the correct inn that you're staying at, I will send a member of our guild to you during the night.
Okay.
And he, with a very intense expression, looks at you all directly. Let me say this now. You were never here. This Helga does not exist. I am not helping you. Do you understand?
Yes,
Okay.
No,
I understand.
Okay.
I'm confused. You seemed like you knew something, but you just didn't want to tell us it.
Florian.
The Wolfman gets up and approaches you, and kneels down in front of you, so he is face height with you. Let me put it this way. Picture, if you will, that dear friend of yours, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And his operations are less than reputable. Let's just say that me helping you would bring a lot of trouble towards where I am currently working, and potentially endanger a lot of people. So me helping you in this scenario will more than likely get me in trouble with the higher powers that be. Thus, I am asking for your quiet on the matter so I can help you without you getting in trouble.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And he smiles and very gently ruffles your hair, keeping a respectful distance.
I just want to add, we were there that the day that Helga was taken.
Mm.
And there was a man that was, I'm going to assume, high up within this order. One of the people that were there referred to as Archbishop Lux.
It always looks. Well, let me reassure you of this. There isn't a day I don't regret killing that man when I had the chance to. Oh dear. Well, simply put, you won't have to worry about fighting the Order of the Crystal head-on. I will tell you that much. But I will gather what remaining information I have, and I will send somebody to update you this evening. In the meantime...
Thank you very much, sir. And what is your name?
My name is Lupus. Lupus Crescentfang. Read a history book. You might
Right.
recognize it.
Thank you, Lupus Crescent.
Thank you.
Please, just the
Thank
first
you.
name. It is fine.
Lupus.
Close enough. Simply put, expect somebody of about yay height, and he basically indicates like a few inches shorter than him. Lots of energy, and I would advise not saying anything that may be considered positive affirmation.
Praise?
And he looks around almost as though expecting somebody to appear or manifest. Well, I would send my son to inform you. However, he is currently on a little bit of a holiday break after his recent mission. I'm glad to see that you're alive and well. Your matron has definitely done a good job raising you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Is
That
she
means a lot
alive and
coming from you.
well?
Now, please return to your rooms or at your inn. I have already sent somebody ahead to pay for your nights. And there will be somebody keeping a rough idea of what is going on around your inn in case you get another visit from anybody in particular. I hear that
Thank you so much.
Apocrypha are quite fond of orphans.
What?
I mean, he smiles as he waves his
How
hand.
does he know all this?
Well, if you'd be so kind, I have some paperwork to fill.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And your guild is very cool, Mr. Lupus.
Thank you. And you are seen out of the room, and the orc man leads you back to the guild entrance again, where you are reunited with Xavier, who looks in very high spirits, almost uncharacteristically so.
Did you find what you were looking for?
The
Did you have
Is
a
he
good
safe?
time with Mughog?
I certainly did.
Oh my, what?
He
Who's
wiggles.
Magog?
Oh, nobody special. Just
His lover.
the.
His secret lover.
Let us just say that the love triangle is a square, and who knows? Maybe it will become a pentagon. And he gives
What
some
the hell is a
vicious,
pentagon?
gives some vicious side eye to Mocha and Hugmug, immediately cluing you in, Scoria, that whatever they did last night after you went to bed, this Mughug person is a figment of the imagination.
Ah, Mockbug. But the romance that was never to be.
No,
Though we wanted it to.
it is a terrible shame. Anyway, we should head back to the inn.
I think of them whenever I look onto the ocean.
And you get a slight clip round the back of the ear. Come on, snap out of it. Yeah, save some for the rest of us. Fantasizing about a big man. Oh, could never be me. Anyway, you end up heading back to the inn and spending most of it just recuperating from the last few days of travel, as it has taken a toll on your bodies. You feel exhausted. You click in places that you didn't realize you could click. You ache in places that you're not sure if you should be aching from. And so, most of the day goes by, you basically enjoying the luxuries of your rooms have been upgraded. There are more like some of the furniture has had some cushions and I want to say plushies, but I can't think of anything outside of like
toys.
Basically like these like semi-life-sized baby myth stuffed toys that have been left in the room.
Oh my god.
And on your way in, you end up spotting the the olive-skinned girl or woman and the man with glasses chit-chatting with each other in the inn's dining area. They've got like a basic like bed and breakfast equivalent. Oh my god.
Bread
I was gonna
and
make a breakfast and bread joke, but
bread and bed.
Breakfast.
Breakfast and breakfast.
Bradford. We're going to Bradford, guys.
we're getting somewhere.
Bradford in bed.
Bradford in bed.
Sounds like
Sounds like
some spicy reality show.
Anyway,
Bradford in bed.
moving on.
Welcome back to Bradford in Bed.
Tonight on Bradford in bed, we've got hot new celebrities.
Mocha is in the dining room.
Don't fucking
Mocha is in the
Anyway.
living room.
Oh my god, I pissed myself.
Please don't. So you go back to the rooms, you end up resting, relaxing, and you end up spotting this this couple again, with the gentleman that you bumped into earlier, Florian, sitting with them. They appear to be having a chit chat over what appears to be some pastries and coffee. As you head up to your rooms.
Should we have pastries and coffee?
That sounds nice.
Should we go downstairs and have pastries and coffee? Mocha!
Maybe we can order them up and then we can just sit in our rooms and eat pastry.
You do notice
We're
that there
gonna
is a
get crumbs
menu.
in the bed.
You do notice that there is a menu in your rooms now. There is room service, and you notice that on the counter there is a little round gemstone that is it Florian? Is it Florian? It might be Florian. No? Yes? No?
It might be.
Maybe?
Perhaps.
If
It
I
could be
did,
Florian.
then it could be
Sure
Florian.
you
but I
could.
may have
Florian.
forgotten to put it in Florian's inventory.
Florian was the cat
what's-
in the box.
So there is a what appears to be a stone, and it's marked as a sending stone. So you can order your pastries and coffee into the room.
Yes! That's
Ooh,
solid.
pastries and
That's-
coffee in bed.
What?
Don't eat the pastries in bed, you'll get crumbs all over them.
Ooh, Mocha,
Well,
let's
just
eat our
hoover up the
pastries in bed. Mocha will hoover them up.
Nom nom nom.
You can just pick Mocha up like a handheld Hoover.
That's not the noise a Hoover makes.
Fucking Mocha
Sounds
becomes
like
a
a
Dementor.
Once with Hoover.
New from
That
Argos,
Hoover's
the
got
Dementor
bone.
Hoover.
Hoover's got
Anyway.
issues.
So,
That was too much for my throat to do.
well done.
Oh my
Oh my
god!
god.
Bye,
Yeah.
Marcel.
Bones
Bye.
gonna
Marcel is
die on
dying.
screen.
When
Okay.
isn't he?
So you take time to yourselves to just enjoy resting. Fuck me, this took. And as it gets to like the later part of the evening, and you hear this ding 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 from downstairs,
I get it.
and you open the door.
Someone's eager. Maybe it's Mug Hug.
You think it could be?
I think it could be.
Oh my god.
And as you go down towards the stairs, you notice at the front desk there is this. Who is? I know there's somebody in the party who's like the same height as this dude. Never mind. It's about an inch shorter than Marcel. with a golden blonde coloured fur and blue hair, whose tail is wagging behind him like some sort of motorboat propeller. And is almost waiting expectantly. The Mandragora comes up to the counter. They have a brief exchange of words, and then he turns his head and spots Marcel and Mocha, who I'm imagining are like skulking around the stairway.
Hello.
And immediately the man's tail starts moving at such speeds you would think he'd be able to take off like a helicopter. Oh my god, hi. I'm Gildan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And he shakes.
Hello.
He like reaches his hand out like he's trembling with joy to meet these new people. Hi. So, I'm supposed to come and meet you for information.
Wait, you did it?
Oh!
Shall we, is there like a better place to communicate, or
Come to the room, I guess.
which one? Oh, right. I'll just follow you.
Alright.
Alright.
Everybody, group meeting. Take a room.
Oh!
Group meeting.
Meeting.
I love how we all have the same maturity level. We can't not point that out.
Wow,
So,
newsflash. Stop the fucking presses. Sick guy is sick.
Yeah, bro.
so you bring Gelden up to
Marcel
the
is
room with you.
coughing in the living room.
Don't fucking start, please.
Gilded in bed.
Tonight.
No.
Tonight on
Marcel's got COVID, guys.
No, he's just got sore
Tonight
throat.
at 6.
It's
Marcel's got
fine.
COVID.
I hope not, because otherwise I'm gonna get it.
Oh,
Mm,
oh,
The DM
fucking
is
hell.
afraid of catching COVID.
I will throw my
Oh, the
sock at you.
DM is terrified in the living room.
Anyway,
The living room.
so
Back and
you
forth
bring
in the
Gelden
corner
up
of
to
the
the
room.
room. You bring Gelden up to the room with the rest of you staying in it. So, okay. So, I should probably tell you. Oh, it's so exciting to meet new people. Okay,
It's exciting to meet you too.
so, your matron. So, they're and he, like visibly having to like breathe through his nose to calm down. He is so excited to meet you all.
Marcel's gonna give him like a paper bag.
Oh my god.
Okay, so first of all, we have a rough idea of where she is, but you're not gonna like it
Oh,
because it's a little bit
She's alive.
well,
I thought you said she's on Love Island for a sec.
no.
She's on Love Island.
Oh, today's
Just leave her there, abandoned post. Just leave
She's
her.
having a great time.
It's not worth the risk. Just leave her to drown. So anyway,
What single man?
before this derails any further,
I mean, it's
we
been
have
a while
15
since
minutes,
they
guys.
dated, so maybe it'd be
15
good
minutes,
for
and then you can start causing problems. Please. please. I beg you. Stop.
Okay,
No.
everybody stum.
Okay.
So, anyway, I'm imagining, like, Mocha's just, like, trying not to be excited in the corner. So, basically, your matron's alive. That's all fine.
Yes.
She's not gonna die, hopefully. But she may be in hell.
What?
Literally, physically, spiritually, mentally, again? Which one?
Literally. So,
Uh-huh.
how do I phrase this in a way that's not going to completely frizzle your little minds? Basically, your matron has been kidnapped by the Order of the Crystal. That part you already know.
Uh-huh.
But, we decided to try and trace some of the pathways and whatever that have been traversed recently. Benefits of having a good boy as a god. But anyway, essentially, we've noticed a lot of suspicious activity going out towards the Hells. Not a great sign, gotta be honest. Could be better. It's not very bonita, but you know, we work with it. And then he ponders for a moment, trying to think of a way to phrase it. So, basically, what we're gonna have to do is find out where she's gone, specifically, but we can't really do that for you, because you haven't really put in an official guild request yet. So...
And we can't put in a guild request.
Because you don't have a place of residence. You kinda have to have a place or a person, and we can't really help you when it comes to essentially trying to tackle a religion that has political power.
And you can't help us find a person that does not exist.
Basically, yeah. Because
Yeah.
as far as we're aware, if we went to go and look up any of you, none of you exist, apart from you. And he points a finger at Scoria. You're the only one that officially exists on record. It's kind of cool.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm dead on records.
Oh, that's exciting.
Whoa, imagine existing.
I know, right? So cool.
Not really.
So basically,
I exist.
we kind of have a rough idea of where you all come from. So we've got to figure that one out, which is going to be really exciting. We've got this great guy in the guild called Nova. He's going and having a look at everything. You'll be fine. But your matron is in hell, literally. And
Oh, she is. How do you get to hell?
die, or more importantly, and more inventively, you... And he's like pondering to try... It's like he's constantly trying to figure out how to phrase it in a way that sounds exciting, but it's not helping at all. So, crap, how is this normally phrased? It's like I'm not...
A hellish mentality.
Exactly. You're going to have to basically figure out how to move planes.
Do you
But
have...
first off, you have to actually
what?
get strong enough to do that. And he looks at Hugmug. You would be great at doing that, but you're a bit... And he pokes you in the arm. You're a bit puny right now. So,
Great at doing what?
well, you're a green mage, right?
Dimension traveling?
Yeah.
Yes. What is a dimension?
Well, it's this,
I'm picturing when he pokes Hugmark and he knocks him over as well.
Yes. This man is concerningly strong, despite the fact that he looks like the stereotypical like golden retriever twink that you would pick up at like a bar.
Oh my god, twinks!
I'm
Of
down,
all
Mocha.
things, Mocha, chill.
Ugh.
Don't you fucking say.
Get me the black box out!
So, anyway, the fucking echo. So,
It's the fact that part of it echoes.
yeah. So, basically, what you're gonna have to do is figure out what's going on there. We've got a rough idea because, well, we have a god, literally, that we
What?
can work with.
What?
But, essentially you guys are gonna have to do the legwork and figure out why she's there. Because we can't really get you in there until we know why she's there.
Well, we were approached by a demon. I wonder if that's connected.
Oh? You're approached by a demon?
For you?
Melitos.
Oh.
And I slept through the whole thing.
Same.
Alec is not gonna have a great time with
And
that.
since you're not bound by...
No.
never mind. I
Finish
was
your
thinking of
sentence.
I was thinking of something
Finish your
completely
sentence.
irrelevant.
Finish your sentence.
No.
Finish your sentence.
Nuh-uh.
Bitch, I will fucking end you. Finish your sentence.
You can't force him to finish his sentence.
I certainly can.
I like this
Finish your
guy.
sentence.
Finish your sentence.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I
Do
believe
it.
it will have
Do it.
consequences if I say that.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
I will not
Say
be
it.
peer
Say
pressured.
it. I will peer pressure you. Come on, do it. Do it. Do it.
What if I
do
sit
it,
on your
do it.
shoulders? Will that peer pressure you enough?
Is our other member of our team with us?
Which one?
Because Marcel started saying something that he shouldn't say and then realized he shouldn't say it.
Who?
Xavier.
Is it Xavier?
Yeah, I was gonna say, be specific. Don't assume that I'm going to assume I know who you're on about. Xavier is in the room, yes. I mean...
Is he looking at me like, shut the fuck up?
He is averting his gaze. And looking very embarrassed and guilty. I mean, simply put, the best way of being able to deal with that would probably be to either make a deal with the dude, or, alternatively, you could try... Oh, where was it? And he's pondering. There was a particular island that I do hear is quite close to hell, that maybe you could work out where the infernal contractor has gone. Where was it? Right, Infirmos. That's a great place to go, but it's a bit hot. I hope you guys aren't afraid of sand. I hate it. I hate sand. But if you go to...
You get stuck in your fur.
Oh, don't even get me started. I think if you go to Infirmos, one of the towns there, I believe it's Helvera. I'll have to recheck, but you might be able to go and convene with Ifrit and ask him, because he is both a devil and a demon, so he'll have an idea of where you're supposed to go. That, or I could just drop you straight into the hells, but I don't think you would survive.
Probably not.
You're kind of funny.
Definitely not. Let's not do that, please.
No.
It would be kind of funny for about 3 minutes, maybe.
3 minutes is optimistic.
I mean, it's 3 minutes. That's still pretty funny. Normally, jokes I tell are either get people looking at me funny, or I get a whole room laughing. There's never any in between. Anyway,
His tail's still wagging this whole time.
his tail has been wagging to a point where nobody can safely sit behind him without being bruised. Any dog owner will know that a dog tail has more weight behind it than you expect it to.
I know.
It's like a tiny freaking cudgel. Just whack, 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 whack. Anyway. So,
Oh my god, it's Mouse Tail's Prowler.
don't you fucking stop. No.
So-
So, yeah.
God.
Basically, that's what we know. If you guys can, you'll still be here tomorrow, right? They can send someone else from the guild to come and inform you of the other bits and pieces when we figure more out.
That would be very helpful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's pondering for a moment. while you're here, just be careful going outside late at night. Because whilst we do have a most fine coverage of the city, there has been the occasional one or two people that have gotten underneath our radar.
Do we have a target on our head?
I would imagine so, yeah.
I thought we didn't exist.
Yeah, you don't exist to officials, but you do exist to the people that are hunting you, or that have taken your matron, and then also the people that are after him. And the dog kind points his finger directly at Xavier. Anyway, it was lovely meeting you all. I'm gonna go back. I gotta make sure that Delta doesn't snap somebody over his knee like a fucking bench. Or a deck chair. Lot of folding deck chair jokes amongst some of the old Group U members. No idea why. Anyway,
Strange.
bye!
Thank you very much, you've been very helpful.
You're full. Thank you.
And he bows.
Great job.
Good boy.
Thank you.
You did not. No.
And you watch as his pupils dilate. And his tail starts wagging at speeds that you didn't think were possible.
Okay, what have you done?
What? And you just hear this boom as he leaves the room, and you hear boom down the stairs, and you watch out the window as it's almost like there's almost like a dust trail being left behind him as he goes up the street.
Wow, he's like the Roadrunner.
We were told one thing: don't give good affirmations.
Well, I mean,
That like the
This-
worst one.
at least
I
we
misheard.
know. At least we know where we're supposed to go now.
It means your vision was correct.
And then Mason has a really bright idea. Hey, what if we went and asked this Nova guy about about Scoria's the fact that Scoria exists? No, he face palms. Not the fact that she just exists generally, but
Scoria,
like
why do you exist?
only one. He said that one of you has a birth certificate or something on it on the system, so maybe
Maybe.
we might be able to find your parents. That'd be great. Maybe.
I'm curious, but I'm also.
It was only an idea. We don't necessarily need to do it. Anyway, I reckon we should get some good rest and then figure out a plan tomorrow.
Oh, that sounds good. For fuck's sake, Mocha!
And that is where we're going to end the session. See you in the next one.
Fucking chaos. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye!